everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And it almost feels like we were destined to get to this point. The top 2 seeds of the college football playoff have survived. They've been on a collision course all season long. They've come through the challenges and the distractions, and now they'll fight for that beautiful trophy. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the USC Trojans, taking on a team from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. The Tigers offense comes on the field to open this game. Well, here we go. The energy in this building is absolutely amazing. Kirk, we are just 60 minutes away from crowning a new national champion in college football.
And think about it, as a player, this is really what you dream about. This is what you work towards, having an opportunity to get to the national championship. Both these teams have worked hard. Now they're here. Let's see how it plays out.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quick throw over the middle. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. And the gain just good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
They'll run it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen.
And that pass rush has trapped him into sack.
You know, a lot of times when you see a sack like this, you got to give a lot of credit to the coverage downfield. Really felt good about anybody being open, so he held the ball just a little bit too long and allows the defense to come up with the first sack of the game.
The pass is off target, yet hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked. And the punt team now on to kick it away. This one will be fair caught. The Trojans offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Handoff from the shotgun. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a second down and 7.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
The Trojans come to the line to run the hurry-out.
It's a nice throw and a great catch by this USC wide receiver to pick up a first down. And boy, oh boy, USC quarterbacks and receivers, efficiency and timing and speed and execution. Boy, they are putting it on display once again today.
That completion makes it second and medium. He hands it to the back, running with purpose. It's a nice wrap up there by the junior. run sets up an important third down call for this offense. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. And the Trojans will send the punt team onto the field. Bounce right at the 3-yard line and into the end zone for a touchback. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Second down after that run on the previous play. A handoff to the back. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Punt team ready to boot it away. And the fair catch, signal for and take it. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Important second down play coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Lets it fly to the wide out. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He's a wide open receiver, complete. This midfield, now they're threatening at the opponent's 38.
That's a great job of working the middle of the field by this quarterback, and he picks up big yards.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. So, Kirk, we reached the end of one. So far, a defensive stalemate here in the early stats illustrating the story. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. They're going to run it. Back gets the carry. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And the punt will go out of bounds, taking the returner out of play. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking right, this one caught. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
And now the running back's got it again. With just a short gain this time, they're able to get him down. Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Play action fake, looking to throw. Gets rid of it on the move. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback, and it doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. Quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the first down.
They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so second and 4.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Great cut there. Tackle made to the 21. This offense in great scoring position now.
Chris, what I love here is just a vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Looking to pass this time. He's escaping the pocket now. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Defense does a great job of taking everything away downfield. This quarterback wanted to take a shot, but nothing is there. The only problem is they didn't account for him taking off and running, so he picks up the first down.
Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Chris, great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, but no chance at all. Defensive speed, ability to diagnose the play, blows it up.
So off the loss, it's second and goal from the 11. They flip it to him on the jet sweep, and he'll be brought down.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Looking to throw it on third and very long. The pass ball is incomplete and trying to extend the play, but nobody open. So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. He missed it. With that miss, the score remains the same.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
And the USC offense is back out on the field. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. Last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looking out throwing here to start the drive. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down. One more play before they head to the locker room. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He's moving out of the pocket. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And they've got the returner corralled. And the Trojans offense is back out on the field. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. And looking to throw now on first down. Caught near the sideline. It's Daniels. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Well, if you're not careful as a quarterback, this is the kind of route that defensive back wants to jump and get in front of for an interception and maybe a touchdown going the other way. But this time, the receiver runs it well, brings it in, and then gets out of bounds.
Brought to the turf, but made the first man miss on the way to the first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They keep the drive going. It's a first down to the 46.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. And the Trojans moving quickly down the field here. First down, looking to throw the ball. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack.
That's a really nice job of bouncing back by this defense after giving up that big gain. This time they get the pressure and bring that quarterback down.
That sack sets up a second down and very long. Ball handed off. Tackle made after just a short gain. Crucial third down play coming up after that run. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And it's the senior getting home with the sack. That's another aggressive call by this defense, bringing the blitz on 3rd and long.
Yeah, one of the beautiful things this defense has is guys that can cover. And when you feel like you have guys that can cover against these wide receivers, it frees you up to be a little bit more aggressive. And this time they dial up that blitz, not worried at all about getting beaten man-to-man coverage. And a good job of timing it up perfectly.
Touchdown, Tigers. That puts them on top in the second half. That could be a moment we never forget. A punt return to the house in a championship game.
Man, we've been calling national championship games forever. How often do you see a return like this taken all the way back for a touchdown? You talk about a game-changing opportunity for this team. We'll see if they can finish this game off after that.
PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. The returner is brought down. Gets it started on the next drive. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Here comes a handoff. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Quick completion to the tight end. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the 1st down marker.
Well, that's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this 1st down. He's going to take off here. And they chase him down. They tried to run for it, but it'll bring up 4th down.
I just love the fact he doesn't take a sack here. In fact, I'm sure he can imagine hearing his coach saying it's 3rd down, do not take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't quite get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yards.
Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. So the Missouri offense has got out onto the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And Kirk gets Missouri with the lead here. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. Before the final period, let's check out the game stats. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Play action fake, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. And the pass is complete to the tight end. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the 1st down.
Well, anytime you can have a balanced attack, it's always going to help an offense. And, you know, the previous play, they're running the football. That puts a lot of pressure on the eyes of the linebackers and safeties. They start to think about defending the run, and a great job with that play-action call to get them out of position and be able to hit that for that conversion.
Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Good job bleeding the clock on this drive so far. They'll come up on a second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's the day. Finally get him way down at the 2. Nice pitch and catch.
Well, I think the offense lulled the defense to sleep here. You think that they're just working the clock here and running the football, and then they throw and surprise you and get some positive yards downfield just to keep this defense honest.
So it's first and goal. The offense will try to milk the clock and add points if they can. They'll try to run this one in. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri. And now they try here for the extra point. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the USC offense is back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out, and they put something together in this drive. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Looking to throw it on first down. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball. Second down after the incompletion. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He's going to lose yardage there. Forced out of bounds. Great play by the defense.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Bringing pressure. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it.
And this is going to be a safety.
Wow, that was ugly, especially the timing of this. Now in the fourth quarter, you're trying to get back into this game, and you give up a safety. Now, there's still some time left, but you've really killed any momentum at all trying to get back into the game.
Here comes the Missouri offense back out onto the field. Their last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. Can the defense come up with answers this time? This line getting set up. It's a first down play. The back's got it. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. They'll take a timeout while they check it out. Second down after that run on the previous play. Keeping it on the ground here. He's brought down, but not before the gain of the 42-yard line.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
Offense looking to convert on third and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky fourth down decision? Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. Coverage team brings down the returner. Trojans offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last time out there, they surrendered a safety. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. It's a quick grab. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. And the Trojans looking to use the up-tempo offense here.
Well, as a defense, he'll take that all day. No problem at all. You give up a short little route. You tackle him inbounds. It keeps the clock running. That's a great job by the defense.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. First down play call. How aggressive will it be?
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Eludes the rush. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open. So 2nd down after the incompletion. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Tackled after a short return to the 19, but a huge takeaway in the red zone.
Oh, man, Chris, I really thought this offense had a chance to get back into this game. The only thing you hate to see is the interception. But give credit to the defense. They come up with a big play that potentially ices the game.
So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
So behind the 6, 2nd and long from their 14. And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Quick throw, misses his mark there, incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail on. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
I'll tackle him after a short game. A cautious call there on 3rd and long. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And they'll kick it away here. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And the returner is brought down. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Grab down the middle. It's Daniels. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34. First down. We're going to throw the football. Defense is coming after him. And the junior decides to pick up the first down himself. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And that one's picked off. What a play. Can he take it all the way? That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. Defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down after that previous play. Handoff as they try to work the clock here. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. 3rd down coming up after that running play. Try and muscle for the first down. Oh, the power run is stuck, barely makes his way back to the line of scrimmage on that one.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover.
Boy, incredible job here by this defense to create this turnover. It looked like this game was over, but now with this turnover, they got a chance to get back in the game.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-hole. You better make some adjustments up front to give you...
That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Stop made at the 5. The offense will have 1st and goal now. 1st down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. Now he just comes up and spikes it to stop the clock. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
And it's incomplete in the very back of the end zone.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. They've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Remember, a field goal here doesn't do much, so on 4th and goal, they're going for the touchdown. Quarterback drops back. Pass is broken up. Turnover on downs. What a stop.
Well, that'll do it, Chris. This defense has played well the entire game. It's very fitting here on this 4th down play in the 4th quarter. Under 2 minutes to go. They step up again. Give them the game ball.
And the pass is incomplete. We're down to just 4 seconds remaining.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
The tackle is made, and now it's official. We have our national champions. Well, it wasn't a flawless performance, Kirk. They looked pretty good out there today, and a very satisfying W.
I think this group has a chance to do some really special things this year. They clearly have talent